abuja for parliament na they say no e why butu pa just enya some getwa e DNC or parliament you make Dompreh and already who play this NGB the majority leader no Emma ayo mane boama just why MP no am conquest already want me share any idea any ade or some a year analysis be on me the omo put our parliament any ade but as a man of quine analysis or case or play deal with a mama magazine can be on the man of quanos or Kevin day. But during so no all patches and beg you in the name of God near you know and now a year in the same piece for Nancy won't me and way pico. That sound I could take that sound. That's no Afenyo magins you run parliament defa a year Pan-African Parliament the idea just this natural and say or more than or more anything. Or more enyo so crama is also or very sad say yama or more side ni be as on no side be more side no you go more side no idea more call that institution no idea me do musa bebrena fi majority side I wasn't come di bebrena so dey fi the minority side enti they are being unfair no so I very sad come no go that moment in eba need them come try that also.
It's obviously yes.
No, I won't oppose. But just to, Speaker, the motion that the respected leader is inviting the House to take. Yes, Speaker, there are issues. There are some issues. Because I've seen the other paper addendum, and I thought that this matter has been dealt with. What is on the order paper addendum is not right, because we will transition from the main order paper to the order paper addendum in taking the motion. And Speaker, I respect him, and I think that for the records, I thought the two leaders would have related and dealt with this matter. It's supposed to be two. So I am constrained a bit because of the fact that we are limited with time. But the right thing has to be done. The Honorable Boama cannot be an observer. He has a right as a member of the delegation. And I want to plead with our respected leader. We have had tense moments in this House before, and he has always led us to resolve these matters. So I plead, let's deal with this matter. It cannot be. It cannot be. Speaker, it cannot be. Leader, I plead with you. We have, even yesterday, we staged a compromise for you to do your business. It comes a time, we disagree to agree. Let's do this thing, leader. I beg you in the name of God. As for observer status, I mentioned the name of God. You are surprised? You are surprised? So we will not. We are constrained. Today is the deadline. But the Honorable Boama is not an observer. He is not. He's not. In fact, with hindsight benefits, because I have been to the Pan-African several times, my colleague, the road minister, in his other world, when we used to travel together, he came as an observer on a reason. Because Honorable Muntaka was there and we could not get an understanding. That was how come we coined that word observer. So 32%, we can't be, Honorable Boama cannot be an observer. Your case was different. You know it. It's different. So this motion cannot be taken unless the matter is resolved. And we must resolve this peacefully and put an end to it. Leader, let's do it before we can take the motion.
That we're going by the formula. You have your 68%. If you strike the 68%, Mr. Speaker, I would open my phone and share with you the calculation. We did the math. Mr. Speaker, yesterday I repeated the calculation. Let's start with ECOWAS. if you calculate majority, 0.68 times 8 is equal to 5.44. Minority, 0.32 times 8 is equal to 2.56. Per the known formula that we used in the committee formation, what that means is that the 5.44 is not up to 0.5. So they would keep 5. And then the 2.56, because we have crossed 5.6, we round it to the next decimal point, which makes it 3. This is what they've had. And in fact, there's a reason why in ECOWAS at the 8th Parliament, we had it 4.4. Because when we calculate, we were getting 3.44, we were getting 4.44, and they were getting 3.56. So they said, hey, that is what it is. That's why we shared it equally. Mr. Speaker, let's deal with Pan-Africa. In Pan-Africa, it is 5, a delegation of 5. I calculated and shared it with them. Majority, 0.68 times 5 is equal to 3.4. Minority, 0.32 times 5 is equal to 1.6. The same formula, the same precedence. They would get 3, and then we would get 2. How then do you say that, with respect, Speaker directed that we should take 1 and have an observer, and then you should have 4? Mr. Speaker, why would we be changing the story as we find convenient? No. Yesterday I made it clear. I made it very clear. And my respected colleague, the leader of government business, said he was going to consult. And I said there's nothing to consult about.
Yes. Leader of the House.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. In all honesty, we've had a lot of back and forth. And our side took a position that out of the delegation of 5, we will take 4 and give the minority side 1. And we've held on to these positions, and they also demanded that they should be given 2, and then our side should hold on to 3. We have had a lot of discussions, and yesterday, when we met the Speaker decided to help us out, allow us to appoint an additional observer so that the majority will take the 4 and the minority will take 2, but one of the minority members will be an observer. The minority leader approached me severally on the matter, and I told him I was going to have a discussion last night to look at now this argument about numbers also applies to the ECOWAS Parliament delegation. So the ECOWAS Parliament, we have 8 representatives, and the majority was insisting on taking 6 and giving the minority 2. But the minority was demanding 3, so that the majority will keep 5. So yesterday, after a lot of deliberations last night and looking at the composition, looking at the numbers, this morning I sent a message to my colleague who clearly disagreed, but I shared the same message with the clerk and the Speaker, and we looked at the 2 delegations. When you take the Pan-African Parliament delegation, they are supposed to be 5, and Speaker has added 1. But when you look at the delegation itself, there is no female member. There's no female member. The only female member is coming from our side, and that is Honorable Zaneto. And this Honorable Zaneto is somebody that this side has been campaigning for her to be given a position. this side has been campaigning and campaigning relentlessly. In fact, the leader, even yesterday, the leader was on the floor campaigning for Honorable Zaneto to be recognized and given an allocation. Now she has been given an opportunity, and this side is against it. You are up in arms against it. When we look at the delegation, there's no female except Zaneto. So we pleaded that when it comes to the Pan-African Parliament, let's maintain Honorable Zaneto there. Then we can plead with our brother, Honorable Patrick Yaobuama, to be the observer. Then the minority will also be compensated when we go to the ECOWAS Parliament delegation. So the ECOWAS Parliament delegation, the person that we proposed to be part of the majority delegation will rather also go as an observer, so that the minority side will have a delegation of 3. The 3 that they were demanding, the 3 will go for the ECOWAS Parliament, and then we too, the 4 we are demanding will also go on the Pan-African Parliament. And in the case of Pan-African Parliament, you send 1 person as an observer. In the case of ECOWAS Parliament, we also send 1 person as an observer. I thought that was a fair compromise for us to reach. That's what I think, honestly. I honestly want to meet my brother fully, but this is the situation. We will clearly be breaching the obligation to have gender representation for so many years. No delegation comes with an observer. Yes, and you are the 3rd deputy speaker. We don't know of observers in ECOWAS Parliament, but just out of trying to compromise, Speaker said, look, let's add somebody, let the person be accompanying them and observing proceedings and coming back. When there's an opening in future, then we allow the person to go. So in effect, what we've done is we've ceded the ECOWAS Parliament to you, and we're also pleading with you so that we can take the Pan-African Parliament plus an observer. In fact, our chief whip was an observer in the Pan-African Parliament. He was, because they accept observers. Yes, as part of the compromises. As part of the compromises, usually we make compromises. So I'm pleading with you that this arrangement works for all of us. So let us accept the arrangement and then move the motion so that we can have the communication sent to the Pan-African Parliament. The names are, the addendum.
Leader, let me, then I'll come to you. No, I'll come to you, let me.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very sad this afternoon. Very sad. Sad in the sense that this side of the house always keeps to a side of the bargain. But when it comes to our colleagues, something different is done. Mr. Speaker, I will take you through the issues step by step. I got into this house in 2013. And I came to meet a protocol, a convention, a practice where the numerical strength of parties are used to determine composition of committees and delegations. This practice continued in the 8th Parliament, and now we are in the 9th Parliament. Mr. Speaker, in the 8th Parliament, ECOWAS, the ratio was applied. And it's always been that when it...
abusuafo ne tifo ne akweda movement na ye de na nya asem keto akra because parliament and as say no eye ne ma ekoso na matete na Afenyo makin so wide odwa mo ye de mo ye campaign ne John Dramani ma be am point is not rolling so mo point is not rolling so na mo ye campaign ene ezere me ko Pan African Parliament akwa represent Ghana ozo abui. Yes, mama observer I know my neighbor man to ride or because not always so I wako. And now in Tibida and I'm with a muti ye wound or moyam ho crampo. And yama we united the air coso. Babon think Kesi missing who changana for. We baby like a betumudabing. So these are the things I the air coso our parliament. I must say no. Or money boy my the casa has not to roll and say shas or benzo babe casacacano as a year the parliament name my Dompreh. Sorry no can't oh dear or ye majority day no I say or you want fake a car. Give young the man I'm begging in the name of God. Behind the man of quite also the ancient opinion because he's also part of that observers no work observe or Pan African or Kwako Kan's natural is on. And when you and Akwako find semi bree or parliament out, you know, I want to say, and there's more me pa. No, and as I say, I'll be to I must say, no, Afenyo makin so I study pass, or mama is not rolling and move the main person or more a minority for nine. I observer, I didn't know, or man pay a 2. Same me observing them fee the minority side. My friend in position in our coma a years not on and call for me the Macanca home. This unfair. I say another bread a plead our parliament branches and yes and couture. More must say John Dramani now may be away and quite point is not to roll this. And a John and yeah, I'm on the money position or some parliament or representing. Nene chino my piece of near the Kesi means him who or a parliament or who I want to say. These are the things I in the air coso or parliament the year for time of my life. I just answer to drop a comment or comments to be so I share more down for so I have one coming now.